spy on their areas, which is really weird and creepy. And that's one thing you'll find with a lot of Scientologists is those motherfuckers snoop and they dig because their entire formula for success is fear-based blackmail. And the idea that they just come in and they immediately start snooping, terribly yes. One of their targets was the mayor of Clearwater, Gabe Cazares. He began to grow suspicions of the church's intent as they continued to buy up more real estate through their shell companies. Soon, Cazares became the church's biggest critic and called the group a terrorist group. Pretty funny. That you're not in good standing whenever the liberal mayor of the town is just like, does anyone else see those monsters hanging out there? They're like, what are we doing, Gabe? In an attempt to smear Gabe Cazares, the Scientologists tried staging a hit-and-run accident dubbed Speedy Gonzales. Did they have a manila envelope that said Speedy Gonzales on it and falsely made allegations that the mayor had a second wife in Mexico, similarly dubbed Mayor Cazares Handling Project? There was also a Project Taco Less, which again was another operation early in his career. It's just campaign, it's mayor. What's so weird is that it feels so juvenile. Oh, Speedy Gonzales. We named this one Project Taco Less. With every documentary I've ever seen or anything, Scientologists like to report people. Like, when they see that you're reporting someone, what can I report people? And they're very childlike. If you're just like, why are you reporting me? They're like, why are you reporting me? Like, the back and forth game, or the mimic game, and you're just like, okay. It's funny that it carries through even into all the way down to the 70s. I wonder if there's something where they're just like, oh, they infiltrated. We're going to act like babies. We're going to act like juvenile 8-year-olds. If I can write that down. First level, always be racist for the president. Both of these smear campaigns were unsuccessful, and Cazares and his wife sued the church for $1.5 million. In 1986, the church ended up settling, unfortunately. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. Are you looking to eat healthier, but you just simply don't have the goddamn time? Well, Factor is here for you. Factor is a subscription service that brings nutritious meals to your door. They are ready to eat right out of the packaging. All you need is 2 minutes to eat, and enjoy. It's hard to keep up with everything. All the different rules, right? Your ladies mark that shit. Your boyfriend's being a father. It's terrible. Unless you get food, you go to a grocery store waiting on line with a mealtime offers want to eat good. Let's get Factor. With over 35 meals to choose from each week, especially options like keto, calorie smart, and vegan, you're sure to find a dish that works for you. I like Factor because it's fast, it's flexible, and at any given time, I can change my orders up if I'm feeling a little, I'm going to try something new. I just get in, get out really quick. Factor's here to give us these fat-filling tools. Oh my God. And here's the thing. You always get one good food. But when you're short on time, or life is just throwing these goddamn giant barrels at you, give Factor a try. No, seriously. So head over to Factor75.com or click this link and use code Halloween50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and free wellness shots. From 2 free wellness shots from these available flavors for every order of you are an active subscriber. Thank you, Factor, for partnering this video, and we're back to the video.
What sense for there? Sharp lines. Every champion she'd seen, every clever spots. But in one fine morning, she seen their lips. People in here, one fresh. Presentation methods. The reach and relevance of this scan, the picture, so she can see it all in marketing part 1. The print and her outlook, terribly transformed. Is she a billionaire call?
What were you saying? Stop working on my mom. Well, just came out, and guess what? No ads. They actually make games with no ads. It's insane, right? Don't worry. I'll be downloading it. Watch your life off. I also have these wallets. That's my mom. Don't actually know. I feel like that's not good. Don't worry about it. Bad people. Now look, you can join us today. These plans are and Washington. Documents show that the United Churches of Florida was created as a front to protect church assets from seizure by the government. There was also Operation Flying Gap. You plan to get Paulette Cooper, a friend of the church, committed to it. There were also additional documents stating that Scientology had plans for complete control. Imagine being an FBI agent in the United Churches of Florida. It's just them documenting everything that the illegal was doing in the sweat to protect all their assets, which is just a vault full of gold. They also own a dragon. That can't possibly be true. After the raids, 11 church leaders are charged with conspiring to steal government documents, and conspiring to obstruct justice. And even though plans to take over Clearwater were halted, this did not stop the church from continuing to buy as much property as they could. Over the next 4 decades after settling there, the church had amassed 58 properties in Clearwater under its name. 49 of them were downtown, and 73% of the property is tax exempt for religious purposes. And in the 1990s, Scientology magazine, one of the church's listed goals for 2000 was to, quote, make Clearwater known as the first Scientology city in the world. Pros trying to become the whole world empire. But that's just the thing, is that the pockets are so deep, they're able to go in like McDonald's and buy all these real estate options to where they probably control almost all of the downtown property. It's a wonderful portion of it. That's a lot in any given city. I'm not being New York levels, but we're talking about Clearwater for a later. Alright? But the campus is one flag. On flagship campus for Scientology. They put a lot of emphasis on it. It's one of their bases. It's not the base for all of their operations. And a lot of things they did in Clearwater was they train all the operatives there. And then usually just not. That's what it's like if you're just like, I'm so happy and make sense, but that's okay. Scientology is all over the world, travel there, and it's designed to establish the followers. Many important training courses take place here, so it makes sense why they're trying to isolate and take over the city. But come on in, we're already established, I don't have to worry about any bullshit. You know, the feet level things, we can hold it, what the feet is stupid, but it's really cool, actually. I'm going to leave. Please stay. No, I'm seriously going to go. And there goes another one. They want to have people who are already brainwashed, essentially. But when they go there, they're trying to have people flock to the city to make it look more legitimate. And to, once again, seriously, like, emulate this idea that this is like a big religious, holy land kind of thing, and get as much free labor as they possibly can. One of the main courses here is chief training for Class 5 org staff, which is the highest level of staff. You're Class 5. That's when you're learning about Xenu. You paid your dues. Because also another thing about Scientology is to level up, you have to pay. You have to put money into it. It isn't just about doing good work, have a good guy. Cool. Write us a check. It's the pyramid schemes of all pyramid schemes. It's kind of what it is. They're auditing for OT7, Truth Revealed. These are the ultimate secrets of Hubbard's teaching, which is about doomsday prophecies where Hubbard will come back from the dead and a messiah-like hold to halt the enslavement of his followers. So they're apparently going to get slaves him out, but he's going to come back. You want to come back? This is a guy. Can he come back looking cooler? You know, the champion collects millions of dollars each week through fundraising and payments for expensive courses and high-level religious counseling not offered anywhere else. It is said that visitors are expected to stay in Scientology hotels and eat at private church restaurants. You're spending money at Clearwater. You're spending money at a Scientology thing, and they will milk you dry. The upper levels of the Sea Org are also trained there, which the Sea Org is also trained in Clearwater. And to explain what Sea Org is exactly, it's a division of the Church of Scientology. They're paramilitary organizations, which they don't really have any. It's like dress up. It's very, it's pretend. Before it established themselves in Clearwater, the Sea Org existed on a fleet of sea vessels. The members signed billion-year contracts and worked non-stop, and usually for free. And according to Scientology beliefs, members are expected to return to the Sea Org when they are reborn. That's right. Their motto is Reveninus, which of course makes sense to we come back. That's creepy. That is so creepy. The victors have claimed that they were paid less than $50 a week for their services. And Sea Org members are also victims of human trafficking, which is a lot of fun. They're often brought from other countries, tempted to join by offering a legitimate way of entering the United States. They don't believe in America. These guys here. Playing the Team Clearwater. Yikes. So after the 70s, they had to die down because the FBI came in and they found all the crown drawings and all their applesauce cups and their spit bits and stuff and their hard hats. And this was the next time that they really pushed on Clearwater, which Scientology's footprint expanded in the area and skewed Clearwater's beach's popularity for tourists. Business downtown struggled to stay open, and city leaders spent millions of dollars improving the area, and in 2016, city consultants began planning a $64 million effort to reinvigorate the downtown waterfront. Then,
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Did you know that Mint's unlimited premium wireless for $50 a month is back?
Who is this?
I told you it's Ryan Reynolds.
This seems like a scam text.
This is the scam text.
This is the wellness thing I would.
in the first 2 months of 2017, a handful of companies bought 6 commercial properties downtown for $26 million. You see, the church had their own revitalization plan. And after a bid over where it didn't go in their favor, the church had an explosion in purchases, and non-church business owners were forced out of the The church doubled its footprint in less than 3 years. Business owners were offered cash with values 2 to 4 times the property value. Most of these businesses didn't have buildings for sale, but they had to sell. The offer was strong, but also businesses for most of these places was bad since Clearwater had become a ghost town for tourists, and the locals knew nothing about it. Years and years of Seymour being there, a lot of these weird Scientology people walking around scared all the locals off of many of the tourists. Altogether, 32 companies bought 92 downtown properties since 2017, totaling at a cost of $103 million, and $99 million of that was paid in cash. Most of the buildings purchased have been left sitting empty and unused. Some of the shop fronts are just for show, and it evokes a feeling of fake town similar to North Korea and China. China does the same thing, and it's like thinking that it's a prosperous town, trying to think that like, oh, the business is going on here, but it looks like a set of Disney World. It has left the freedom. It's mostly a ghost town. You might look at 2 stores and see uncanny effect that there's nothing behind there. It's almost like it's a stage play. Uniformed employees of Scientology Seymour walk the streets at all times of day and night. Seymour agents will follow and photograph anyone that is caught walking through there. And even if it was in town, God forbid you didn't know anything about it, you were just walking through there. How creepy is it that a uniformed person with a camera was following? And not only one person, but probably multiple people would follow these cameras and reporters probably don't respond to that's what's going on. And you were forced to leave, you understood you're in danger the entire time you're down there. This is a snapshot you take from Google Maps. It's in the skywalk between the churches and Scientology, and it is reported that these skywalks were built using members of Seymour interacting with the public. So not only that, but even while they were probably buying a property, they're making these sky bridges. You can be walking there and just look at the windows and you'll never see them again. There's just one history behind the eyes of strength. We did find this case of Lisa McPherson, which is interesting. It's a woman from the 90s. This is just something horrific that was seen by the public and the town of Clearwater while things were going on, and this is what happened at that time. So in 1995, Lisa McPherson, a member of the church who was having a mental health crisis, was stripped naked in public, begging for help. She was eventually taken into custody by members of the church who forcibly removed her from state care. She was subjected to 17 days of auditing to cure her mental condition, and she later died from a blood clot caused by severe dehydration. The church faced 2 felony charges, but they were later dropped after the medical examiner ruled the death of the deceased. The Lisa McPherson thing is cool, but it's not surprising, unfortunately, because Scientology has a thing they call fair game policy that allows for aggressive tactics against perceived enemies of the church. This has included stalking, harassment, and legal battles against small members of critics. They have all of the Hawks store. They have all of these empty brain people walking around with cameras that are going to report you on public. And God forbid any of these people think that you're that much of a threat. You're going to get struck down in the street, and you won't even see it. No! This is a ghost town. It's a town run completely by these crazy people. Which, and this is just a fun one. Let's go back to town for real quick. From the penthouse 2 blocks from the main church, a man posted a video of himself touring the penthouse while under construction. The Church of Scientology demanded that he take it down. He was then stopped and followed by members of the church. Eventually, he found cameras planted in front of his house, and he decided to sell property because of his events. What's insane to think is that Clearwater, this is something that's still going on. And something that is in the United States. When you hear stuff overseas, you have a town that makes it look like their country is prospering. Well, you know, you think that could never happen here on their home turf or in a place like America. Maybe Florida. Maybe expected it for Florida. It is insane to think that this is something that just is ongoing and exists, and that there are currently people who are brainwashed, who are living, giving all of their valuable human years to this organization that is just pumping them dry. There's really nothing more horrifying than something that is just so blatantly real in your face. You have monsters, people who were once humans who are now just these soulless people walking around harassing and reporting people and serving some kind of crazy mission that they believe to be true. It's frightening. I would love to go. I'd love to go and serve. I think, in my opinion, that this is the creepiest town in America. I'd be very curious if you guys have any other creepy towns that we can cover. Do you think this is the creepiest town? Or not? I don't know. Tell us other creepy towns. I'd love to figure out some stuff. Until next time, thank you so